Is this a stitch up?
I don't know.
Does she know I'm here? Oh my God.
This was recorded at the Media Joint.
That is so rogue.
Boy, that's a bit rogue.
Is it even that rogue?
Welcome back to another episode of A Bit Rogue. I am your host, Skye Sydenham. It is Origin. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say. This is coming out. Sorry.
What?
Sorry, when this comes out, it'll be Origin.
Right, okay.
Sorry. It is Origin night tonight, so it was only fitting we have a guest from the NRL. He low-key got cheap-shotted by his teammate. He is now brother-in-law with someone on his team. He is a food connoisseur, and he is a Manly Seagulls forward, Corey Waddell.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Is that a good intro?
That's great.
Do you have anything else to add to that?
No, that's good. Maybe don't do the brother-in-law thing, but that's all right.
You do have a brother-in-law on your team.
That's okay. That's
do you
all
like
good.
that?
I do. It's great.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Because there's 3 of them on the team. 3?
Yeah. I've probably, known Jake before he was my brother-in-law, so I sort of consider him as a mate before that as well, which is great.
Great dinners?
Yeah. Great dinners and stuff. So, yeah.
That's going to be a wild wedding.
I can't wait. I've started, thinking of some ideas, cool ideas to have. I want to, get fireworks and start letting off fireworks myself. I want to do all these cool things for it. So I'm super pumped. I know the brothers are going to be pumped too. So it's going to be a big party.
Yeah, that's cool. Is there a wedding date?
There is a wedding date.
So you do have to crack down on the planning then?
Yeah, I know. Oh, I don't really have to do much. That's more on my sister. But yeah, it's exciting. Like your sister getting married, someone so close to you. I love weddings, and I just hope it's going to be fun.
Slay.
Yeah.
So, like I said just before, tonight is Origin. I actually won my first multi last game.
Nice.
Kudos to everyone on the team who got a try. It made my odds very easy for me.
How good. We need you in our punters club for Manly.
Add me in. No, I had Lomax and Latrell, and I was like,
okay.
I started seeing everyone getting the tries. I'm like, I might be up $100 here.
How much did you win?
$150.
Oh,
biggest win of my life.
Yeah, that's good.
So speaking of, who do you think will be first try scorer?
I think Brian Toto maybe is a pretty good one.
So he got his hair cut.
Any wingers, I think, pretty safe there. Yeah, I mean, New South Wales up in Suncorp's always tough, but if they get it done, it'll be a huge win. I hope they do. Jake being captain this series, so he's copped a little bit of flack for it, but I think there's no better captain there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if they get the job done up at Suncorp, it's going to be awesome.
Who do you reckon will get player of the match?
Tough questions. I think maybe Mitch Moses, or
got it last game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Can you get it more than once?
I'm sure he can. Yeah. I think it depends who wins too, but if New South Wales get it done, I think, one of the halves or a front rower, maybe Payne Haas.
So how do I get into the Punters Club?
The Punters Club, yeah. So we started this Punters Club at Manly. We call it NBPC, Northern Beaches Punters Club. I got budgies made for it and stuff.
Nice.
So
shout out to Budgie Smugglers.
Shout out to Budgie Smuggler. And I got like this little horse symbol made, but it's just a bit of fun. We don't bet big. But yeah, we basically have for that better week and just take turns and a bit of banter. So
wait, on the actual teams or just Origin?
No. So we just bet on anything. We don't bet on rugby league.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that even allowed?
Yeah, no, that's illegal. We don't do that. But we're basically just trying to get a little kitty going so we can go on an end of season trip, which would be good.
Oh, nice. Like to go to the races and the dogs and that.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Actually, I don't mind watching the dogs. My random fact, my godfather used to race dogs.
Really?
And their kennels, I swear to God, I always used to bring this up with my dad. Their kennels were bigger than my room at home. And I was like, I don't understand.
They get treated pretty well.
Yeah.
Especially if they're good, I guess. But no, we won't be going the dogs. We try and stay away from the dish lickers, but horses definitely. Mm-hmm. Sports, AFL. We love getting around at AFL as well.
What about American sports?
Yeah, we do a bit of American sports. We throw anything in there. We're not great punters, but we try and get up a bit.
What's your thoughts on my old man last night put a 4-leg same race multi on a dog's race?
That's pretty red hot. There's eight dogs. Sorry, that run in the same race. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like if you pull that off though, you're gonna pull a good win. So
Yeah, he sent me a screenshot.
That's
I'm like,
rare.
mate, what are you
Do
doing?
you know it
Yeah.
is lucky though when 2 dogs drop out and then you just get a refund? you know that's the thing.
I
right?
mean, I want more than a refund, but yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
if it
is fun.
fucks up.
Yeah, true. At least you get your money back. True.
So let's go a little into your career because from memory, you started at Manly?
Yep.
Started at Manly, moved to the Dogs, come back to Manly. Aside from, it's the Trbojevic brothers. I don't want to say it wrong. Trbojevic?
Yeah.
Aside from them, I feel like the organisation as a whole, it's not super loyal because it's more like business moves. Do you feel like it is a business move for you to move around clubs, or is it purely just to make sure your career continues on?
I think it's become very business move minded, like especially for all NRL clubs. But I guess you always do your best to stay where you're happy and stay where you think you fit in the team. And playing regular first grade is something that I've always wanted to do, and I think a lot of players take that into consideration too, where they want to play regular first grade. And also, if they've got, good mates there and the team's going well, or position that they want to play, they obviously want to be in that team, or find teams around the NRL that, they might play the preferred position, or they might play more regular first grade or things like that. And then I guess it's up to the club whether, that you fit into their top 30 squad.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, how
so it's more of a
runs.
survival thing, not really a money thing.
Well, not really. Yeah, money's always in consideration, but definitely just where you think you're gonna, play best footy in your career, and where you think you fit in, squad's the best, and how the team's going, and like I said, what position you want to play. I think all these things, players consider when going from each club to club. Like me personally being back at Manly, like I love it. I'm good friends with a lot of the boys in the team. The team's going well. I fit in. The coach is great. So for me, coming back to Manly, and my sister just lives in Narrabeen as well. So having
You're very family oriented
having
now.
them family ties now, where I can be close to my sister and still play with my mates, it was a no-brainer. And to get the opportunity to come back to Manly, I was just stoked with that.
So when you're playing against Bulldogs, how do you play with the dog in you if you're playing against people that you used to be your teammates? Like, can you put in 110% of that, not aggression, but like be fired up when you're friends with them off the field? Yeah,
for sure. I think the games where my mates are in the other team, I think, I get fired up for the most. Like, even when I was playing at the Bulldogs.
A little bit of friendly competition.
And then versing Manly, I just started off at Manly, and then versing Manly, I was always super pumped to verse them, and I wanted to beat them. Because, most of the time, because they were my mates in that team, So versing the Bulldogs this year is not going to be any different. I'm still going to want to beat them. I still want to, verse my mates and, put a good shot on them or something, because that's, what mates do, really.
That's interesting. I didn't think of it like that. I thought maybe like you don't want to go as hard. Don't want to accidentally injure someone.
For sure. Like, when I was versing Ruben, I'd always want to get a good shot on him, or he'd want to get a good shot at me. Like, even at training and stuff, throwing that banter around and, getting one over your mate, it's always what you want to do.
Well, you used to live with Ruben.
Yeah.
That's when we were neighbours.
Yeah, we were actually. So
actually, I'm going to throw you under the bus a little bit here.
Oh, no.
It was always a running joke in the building that there was always girls waiting outside for you boys.
No.
And one time I got locked out, and I went and told the building, like the building manager was like at the back of the building or something, and I was like, oh, I can't get in. And he's like, well, now you look one of the boys' groupies.
Oh, my
And I was
God.
like, don't worry, Corey's already tried, but I actually lived there with my boyfriend.
Wow. Did that happen? I was
It did
probably just
happen.
trying to help you carry the groceries up or something.
Oh, yeah, right. So speaking of girls, do you have any non-negotiables? Or you just don't really give a fuck?
I definitely have some negotiables.
Because you are a boyfriend guy.
Yeah.
You've had many long-term relationships.
Yeah. Yep. I just, definitely don't like girls, who are rude or
Rude to the waiters.
Rude to the waiters.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably a non-negotiable
Major
to me.
ick.
Someone that's, I like someone that's, family orientated like myself. But yeah, I guess someone that's just, looks after himself and, is healthy, into fitness, likes looking after themselves, not rude. They're probably my non-negotiables.
I like that. That is you know what though, speaking of family oriented, I feel like a lot of boys from the country, not saying you're from the country, but you said before you've got a farm.
Yep.
I feel like country boys are a lot more family oriented, right, Jock?
Fucking oath.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of farm boys, this is another one you're not involved,
Yep.
but
You
I
have a few
actually,
stories.
I always got a few things to say.
Yep.
I avoided you at Riggs the other day. I don't know if you saw me, but I fully was like beeline because the person you were with, I'm not going to say it, the person you were with at Halloween, I don't think they realised I was wearing a costume.
Okay.
And I had like red latex thigh-high boots.
When was this? Like
Halloween last year.
Right, okay.
And they come up to me and they're like, I'm in love with you. I love your outfit. Like, I love what you're wearing. And I said to him like 3 times, I'm like, dude, I'm dressed as a dead nun. Like, this is
maybe
not what I
into
wear.
that. I don't know who it was, but yeah, maybe.
I'm bleeping this, but it was.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Don't throw him under the bus.
No, he won't even
He's
know.
fine, he's
I will
single
tell this
anyway,
story,
it's all
and I'm
good.
not going to say who it is, but he was like, I need your number, da-da-da. So I said to him, there's no reception in here. I can't give you my number. And so he's like, well, can you write it in my notes then?
Oh, God.
So you can literally, but you don't need a reception to
No, you
write
don't.
someone's.
I mean, if you want someone's number, you can just write in your notes. That's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, I beelined you at Riggs the other day because of that. Anyway.
He would have been fine with it.
Yeah, I know.
Did he ever ring you?
No, he probably was so rattled. Like, he was being so weird. Like, he got a selfie and sent it to Brad. And I'm like, can we not do that? Like,
Oh,
I literally
it's a bit of
messaged
fun.
Brad the next day being like, that was not me. Like,
Yeah.
that was not me. Anyway, let's move on to food. So you have now started Corey Eats,
Yep.
which is more of like a passion hobby for you.
Yep.
It's recipes.
Yeah, it's sort of like recipes. I've got some more ideas for it. I only sort of started it the last few weeks, but just getting some recipes out there, some simple, healthy, food that I've been cooking through my career. And I think that people would enjoy watching, what NRL players or sportsmen like to eat and how easy it can be to, I guess, be healthy and cook these nice meals that, people might think that are hard and can't really implement into their lifestyle because it's too hard or it's too expensive. But I think this will sort of give them an idea of, how easy it is and how healthy it is and how nice some food can be. And I think that through my career that I've always been into, eating healthy food. I know
You
how
have
much,
to be.
and I know how much that can impact you, on the field and I guess yourself every day. So I guess I just want to show people what, NRL players eat. I'm going to, get some guests on, and cook some more food and just show people how easy it is and hopefully they'll be interested in it.
Because you guys work really closely with nutritionists and whatnot.
Yeah, like I don't have a degree as such myself, but I have worked alongside, dietitians and nutritionists at the different clubs that I've been in. So I sort of know what works and what doesn't. And, I'm into food. I'm a bit of a foodie. I like, cooking good meals and
Cooking is therapeutic.
It is. I do like it. I guess once I started this up, I started to enjoy it a lot more. So,
A lot of athletes are actually getting on the nutrition bandwagon.
Yep.
I saw a fellow Riggs ambassador actually, Tegan O'Shaughnessy. I hope I say her name right, but she plays for Sydney Swifts and she just come out with an ebook.
Yep.
So what do you think are the next steps for Corey Eats? Is that an ebook? Are you wanting to do online coaching? Like, where do you see it going? Are you going to come out with like a physical book?
Yeah.
Well, you don't really know yet.
I sort of do. I sort of want to keep getting out these meals that people can cook for dinners every day. You don't have to be an athlete to cook. You can incorporate them into, your family dinners. But I also want to get NRL players on and sports people on and get them to cook their favourite meal or their pre-game meal or, something that they've always sort of fallen back on when they don't know what to eat. Because I think that's a problem that a lot of people have, I don't know what to cook for dinner tonight. So I want to get a lot of them meals out there that people go, I know what to cook because I've seen it, on Corey Eats or.
I did like the one you did for the car though, because I'm a car eater. Like I'm in a rush all the time. Yeah. Like you feed, like being a toddler mum, you feed your kid and then you forget to feed yourself, or you eat like half a muesli bar because that's what they just don't want. Yeah. I used to do the little like frittata situations, but I liked the ones that you did. You just put them in the little
easy,
cupcake.
Yeah.
What is it? Cupcake
They're just like little cupcake trays.
Yeah, and you can just eat them in the car.
Yeah.
I'll throw back to Katie Williams when she used to be coaching. I remember she used to have a can of tuna and egg in the car, and I'm like, no way am I having tuna and egg in the car.
I'm not a big, raw fish tuna eater.
Really?
Either,
you don't like seafood?
No. I like some seafood, but it's got to be cooked.
Right. But, so we're not going to Nobu then?
No, I wouldn't. I'd still go to Nobu because it's nice. I've never been, but I'd love to give it a try.
It's all raw fish, dull.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
They do an all-you-can-eat raw fish.
Yeah, that's not...
Raw fish actually doesn't sit in my belly right.
No, I don't... I haven't always eaten it. I would try it. Like, I try a lot of things, but raw fish is my forte.
I went to a housewarming on Friday and it was raw fish. And I smashed.
Who serves raw fish at a housewarming? It must have been a bougie house.
It's how the other half live. No, they had oysters, right? And I was in conversation, so I smashed like 6 of them. And then I got this pain in my belly and I was like, fuck, what do I do? We're in an apartment, there's 15 people. And I was like, I'm going to beeline it to the shops and I am going to go...
Spew.
Not spew, are you kidding? I had the runs. I had the poo pains coming on. And I went to leave to go to the bar, like go to the shops. It was literally across the road. And I said to the host, I was like, I'm just going to go get some kombucha because I wasn't drinking. And she goes, there's kombucha in the fridge. And I was like, what are the fucking odds? And she's like, and I said...
kombucha help? No.
No, I was just saying it because I was like, how do I get out of here before I literally need to take a number 2 in front of,
everyone.
And then I was like to her, listen, I really need to go to the bathroom. My gut is hurting. And she's like, just go to my bathroom. No one's in there. I'm not even kidding. It's the door where everyone is mingling around. And I'm in there concentrating. I can hear people outside the door. She's got like a photo shrine outside the bathroom door. And they're like, look at that person. Look at that person. Then someone knocks on the door. And she goes, don't worry, Skye's just in there. I was thinking,
thanks.
Bitch.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was my raw fish story from Friday night. But
that's what you get for eating raw fish.
It's lovely. Zinc, high in zinc.
True, that is true.
And an aphrodisiac, what is it?
Aphrodisiac, the oysters.
Listen, I might have been getting my freak on that night. You don't know.
Who knows?
I definitely wasn't after I literally just emptied myself in her house. So no fish for Corey Eats. Chicken, meat,
veggies, anything you like. I'll cook some fish, salmon and stuff gets a run, but nothing
actually
too raw.
Actually, cooked salmon a bit
oysters.
fishy for me.
When I first started out, I got a lot of slack for it from the boys. Going, why are you putting your dinners on Instagram? Why you?
That's normal though.
But
everyone
I was
will
so
roast
happy to cop it. Yeah, in a footy environment, you get roasted for pretty much anything you do or say. So you just got to have a thick skin. And
I mean, it's not like you were starting stripping or something. You were just...
Yeah, that's true. They'd probably be more fun with that, I think.
Really? You reckon?
Magic
Mike?
No, not really. But yeah, it's going well. So I'm looking forward to keep doing it.
That's good. Well, because you are interested in, obviously, the food world, you're not a doctor or anything. I did want to kind of pick your brain about the current fads. Back in the day... we'd have skinny me tea and all of that. This is more girl oriented. I don't think guys are as open about this sort of stuff as girls. So I'm more so talking about girls. So the current trend is obviously Ozempic to suppress your appetite. I think it is. What are your thoughts on men and women using Ozempic when they're not particularly overweight? I've seen a lot of girls in the influencer scene that are only a size or 2 bigger than me, and they're taking it and going a size smaller than me. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's too extreme? Or?
Yeah, I've actually heard a couple of girls talk to me about Ozempic and what it is, and
advice or
just what it does. Basically, I've been curious as to what it is. I don't really, like you said, I'm not a doctor. I don't have a background in it, and for whatever reason, a girl chooses to take that. I guess hopefully they've got that medical advice there, and a doctor's done that safely.
Yeah.
So I don't really know as far as what to say about, girls taking it. I hope, they're taking it safely. But for me, it's always been about lifestyle choices and my own lifestyle. And I think for girls first, fads, like you said, and diet fads and stuff like that, instead of sort of going on a diet and saying, like, when you go to eat these foods, saying, oh, I'm on a diet, I'm doing this. I just haven't seen it work as well. I think for me, it's just my lifestyle and what I eat. I've never really said, oh, I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just,
it's kind of
it's become
weird
who
to
I am.
be saying it's a diet.
I think if girls choose to, change up their lifestyle and be healthy in a way that it's just who they are, I eat healthy food, I do healthy things, then that's going to work out better for them.
Yeah.
But like I said,
I think taking those sorts of things though, like, you're not fueling your body. Like, you'll stand up and want to faint. But you're right though, it's a lifestyle choice, and like, if you start sticking to it, like, that's all your kind of brain knows. But when you say you're on a diet, like, there's that mental barrier of being like, oh, I can only eat this because I'm on a diet. If you were to eat, let's say, some desserts, what's your go-to?
Ice cream. I love ice cream. Yeah.
Easily pleased.
And I do eat like a bit of dark chocolate at night mainly.
Dark chocolate. Let's be real. Milk
dessert,
chocolate.
But, it's a nice healthy cheat meal with a bit of tea after dinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, ice cream's definitely my go-to dessert. And like I said, dessert's not the worst thing to eat. You can have some dessert as long as you do it in rations and you don't go all out. I think dessert's fine.
Going back to the girls, sorry, I forgot to ask one more thing.
Yep.
What's like, instead of us going on Uber Eats and just being like, I can't be bothered to cook, I'm just going to get Uber Eats. Yep. What's your favorite go-to basic meal that it can take them like 20, 30 minutes to make?
Oh, I think definitely I usually was a big Uber Eats when I first moved down to Manly. I was a bit younger, I didn't really know what to eat. But now Uber Eats has like gotten super expensive as well.
It's because you're in Narrabeen. It's like $8 to get delivery anyway.
Which I don't understand. I haven't ordered Uber Eats in so long. But I think if you always have some mince in the fridge and some rice, like packet rice is fine, and you just cook some mince, I call it like, monster mash or something like that. But just cook some mince.
Toddler?
Cook some mince in a pan, a bit of spices, tomatoes, anything like that. Like, chuck mince in a pan, have it with some rice, it's filling and it's good for you. Yeah. It's better than ordering Uber Eats or, just have, plain meat in the fridge, like, steaks or steaks are a bit more expensive, but chicken, just cook that on a pan. It doesn't take long, and have it with some rice. And I think that's healthier and it's simple.
Yeah, I actually don't think that there's anything like really that healthy that you can order other than like salads, like from Fishbowl or something, Banana Blossom, and that gets tiring. Yeah. Like, let's be real. You if you're eating Uber Eats every night, you're actually probably eating pretty poorly. Yeah,
I don't think it's it's definitely not as good as healthy meal. You can order some. Thai's not too bad if I was gonna order from Uber Eats.
That's the only thing I would order, because shout out to Amy Lemon Thai in DY. She packs it to the brim. You can eat that shit for 3 days.
Yeah,
not kidding.
No, Thai's not, I guess, too bad, but it's nothing better than cooking for yourself, or a home cooked meal is much better than ordering Uber Eats, I think. Yeah, and it's cheaper, a lot cheaper. Yeah.
I'm not going to make you do a gyro. We just spoke about that before. But do you have a rogue moment you can share with us?
Rogue moment. I've had a lot of rogue moments, to be honest. But,
really?
We had on the farm, I have a farm story where we're in the juniors for rugby league, and we had a bye that weekend. And so I decided to take, half the footy team out to the farm. And we were out there on the weekend. We weren't playing, and then I took some fireworks out with me, and ended up lighting.
Where does a kid that age find fireworks?
I just found them from one of my other mates. Anyway, we used to have bonfires out at the farm when I was younger all the time. So I decided, I'll take my mates out there and have a bonfire, and took some fireworks out there. And anyway, it got sort of out of control around the fire one night, and one of my mates decided to pick up a Roman candle,
What's that?
It's like one of them long fireworks that you can hold. Well, you're not meant to hold, but you hold.
Can shoot it.
Yeah, you can shoot it. Anyway, we ended up all grabbing these Roman candles and sort of shooting each other with these Roman candles.
Jesus.
Which probably wasn't the greatest thing. And so we were all out the farm shooting each other with Roman candles, and one of them hit my mate. Thank God he was fine. And then...
Where'd it hit him?
Hit him like just straight in the chest.
Awesome.
So we were loving it, and we thought this was the best thing ever. We're young, not playing footy this weekend. By weekend, it's fine. And one of my mates went to pick up a plastic chair because my mate was having a go at him. It's fun. And he picked it up, and the plastic chair melted on his hand. And he ended up getting 3rd degree burns, which wasn't great.
How did it melt on his hand?
Because it was like really hot next to the fire.
Oh my God.
And then we go to train on Monday. He couldn't come into training, and he ended up missing footy for the next 3 weeks because he had a burnt hand. And then we had to explain why and how he did that. So that was pretty rogue of us to do.
That is very rogue. But you know what? I would much rather kids that age playing with fireworks than like fucking around with drugs and alcohol.
Oh, for sure. Like, I'm very grateful that I have that farm, and like I said, I always get out there and ride bikes, and I think that's something I'm very grateful for because kids don't really get to experience that.
No.
So I thought, come on boys, we'll go out there and have a bonfire out there. So unfortunately he got injured, but it was good fun. And
how old were you?
I was in the under 20s, so...
Oh, so not like kid?
No, we weren't like probably kids, but...
About footy brain-wise, 12? No,
yeah, probably.
All right, so have a game for you, actually. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to test your nutrition skills because there are a lot of like influencers that come out with ebooks, but they don't have any qualifications either, which I personally think is a little bit how you're going. I don't think you should be, unless you're a professional athlete, don't tell people what they should eat. Do you know what I mean? That's how my personal...
It is hard. Like, I think, if you're speaking from experience and stuff, it's not too bad. And it's speaking like from your ideas and what you think is all right, but... Yeah, if you don't have qualifications, it's a bit hard.
So what I've done, Jock, is she here?
Yeah, I'm just looking on the camera.
Okay, cool. So I have gotten an influencer, and I haven't told them what your name is.
Okay.
Because we're going to test you two. You're going to have a competition.
Oh, she's here.
Yeah. I'm going to go get her. Her name
is... You team me up.
What?
You team me up.
What do you mean? Hold on one second.
Who's here? Is this a stitch up?
I don't know.
Does she know I'm here?
Just kidding.
Oh my God.
I thought you were going to start crying, so I was like, maybe I should say it sooner. No, I don't have anyone here.
Are you sweet? Did my face drop then? Oh my God.
Back and we'll have a look. No,
I was like, no,
you're not competing against...
Had no chill.
Huh?
Had no chill.
I was like, where is this going?
That's right. You're actually versing no one. But I do have some questions for you. You all right? Did your heart fall in your ass?
You got me. No, it's fine.
All right.
You don't look fine. To explain to the listeners...
No, we don't need to explain anything.
I just said his ex's name. The name that was bleeped, an ex's name.
Wow.
Anyway.
That was a good get. I'll give you that. Oh, far out.
I think I'm so funny.
You got me.
So, what is the perfect time to cook a boiled egg?
Oh my God, that didn't just happen. That was good from you. Perfect time to cook a boiled egg.
Yeah.
In the morning? What do you mean?
Bro! I mean, in the fucking pot. How long?
Oh, right. 4 minutes.
Perfect. I leave it in for like 15 minutes and then I'm like, why is it grey? What is the perfect way to cook a steak? In a pan.
In a pan. I'd go 3 minutes each side.
I reckon my stove is broken or something. I tried doing that the other day.
Barbecue's the best. I hate cooking steaks in a pan, but I always cook them on a barbie. It tastes so much better.
Tastes so much better and it cooks properly.
Yeah.
I put it in the pan the other day and I literally cut through bank steak and I was like, shit, I probably shouldn't have given that. I was probably going to like get sick. What's your
Apparently,
favourite?
you've got just as much chance of getting salmonella from steak as you do from chicken.
Really?
Uncooked steak.
That's. I mean, just the thought of eating raw chicken, I think, is what puts people off. But have you seen that guy on TikTok who just eats chicken, like raw chicken?
Yeah, that's not right.
It's
That's actually, I
disgusting.
reckon that's a mental health problem. Like, what are you doing? Someone needs to help him. Anyway, what's your favourite cheat meal?
Anything like a burger, I'll go for like a chicken burger. Not like Macca's, but yeah.
That's not a cheat meal, a chicken burger.
Chicken burger and chips, yeah, that's definitely cheap
chips
meal.
are,
Yeah,
yeah.
chips for sure. I'm a big hot chip fan.
Do you like chips and gravy?
Love chips and
Oh,
gravy.
I
yeah.
wish that you lived here when Freshie Chickens had the OG owners. Their chips and gravy is next level. It's
I still can't believe that stitch up. You got me so good.
It was so like
Was I chill? I would have been game
No,
face.
not at all.
you were not chill. You were not chill. I think you wanted to fight me.
I was like, you serious?
You look like you're going to run out of the studio.
Oh god.
Would you cook on the first date or take them out?
I like cooking on the first date.
Really?
Yeah, I
Because that's a guaranteed route then, isn't it?
no. But I like going out and meeting, like going out for dinner on a second date. I think, going out in public with them on a second date's fine.
Oh,
But if you haven't
figure
met
it's
them,
a bit different
I
if
hate
people
the-
see you around.
I have
right?
like third-hand embarrassment if I see someone on a date and I know that they don't know each other real well. It's like, I'm
Right.
like, God, that's so
So
awkward.
you get a bit of public anxiety.
Yeah, so it's a bit like if I go on a date with a girl and I don't know them, I don't want it to be like awkward or anything. So I just think if I cook, it makes it less awkward. And I can
Really?
do
I feel
something
like that's
like-
way more intimate.
It is a bit more intimate, but it takes away the awkwardness of being out
Yeah.
and, public.
I don't know. I don't think people care as much as you think, if I'm honest.
Maybe not, but I do.
Though I do like people watching and I look at people and I'm like,
Yeah.
ha, 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 they definitely don't
Yeah.
know each other.
Yeah, I think, I'd rather cook.
Interesting. So if Corey Waddell hits you up and he hits you up from the Corey Eats page, he wants you in
We
your
know
house. Are you seeing someone at the moment?
No, I'm not.
Is that your real face?
No, that's my real face. Yeah.
I heard on the street someone told me you're dating someone.
I'm single. I'm talking to someone, but not really. I'm single at the moment, yeah. And they'll be happy for me to say that, yeah.
You dog. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's fair.
Well, thank you so much for coming in the studio. I hope you've recovered from your little heart attack.
Yeah, thanks for that.
That's all right. But yeah, thanks for coming in.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to A Bit Rogue, where we uncover the stories of athletes, artists, and celebrities with their most rogue moments. Episodes dropping every Wednesday.